Hello everyone. I'm a bit late to the party, isn't it? Better late than never, and here is my short review of the blockbuster RRR. It took a while for it to come online on Netflix, at least the Hindi version of it. The chances are that you would have watched it already by now. Still, I go ahead. I'm a huge fan of fantasy adventures, but let me start with the disclaimer. I am not a great fan of SS.Rajamouli's take on this genre, so please take my review with a pinch of salt. While some may say it is a period drama, I strongly believe it is not. Set in the pre independence years in India, the movie traces the journey of two protagonists who meet when fate brings them together, and how differently or jointly their journey contributes to the cause is the rest of the movie. Jr.NTR plays the role of Beam, a tribal who comes to Delhi in search of a tribal girl taken by force by the British royals just because the girl sings well and the royal lady likes her singing, while Ram, played by Charan Teja, is an aspiring police officer who is committed to the crown to the core. Both of them have their secrets. They meet just by being in the same place at the same time and they become friends. And at some point in time, their causes also become one and the same, and they fight together on the same side to eventually win against the mighty crown. You may not be alone if you feel that you have watched this a million times before. I start by giving full credits to the scriptwriter Vijayendra Prasad, who is the go-to man for SS Rajamouli. The plot is nothing complicated, but it gives enough for the director to play around in his usual style and creates a large canvas where Rajamouli could bring to life the larger than life characters. Vijayendra Prasad excels at it. The advantage of this genre is that there is no room for logic and reasoning. Anything and everything is possible because, hey, it's a fantasy adventure. Both the protagonists are portrayed with superhuman strength, which is typical of Rajamouli's heroes. No surprises there. Also typical of Rajamouli is the use of supporting cast to propel the superhumanness of the protagonists. Their over-the-top expressions ranging from surprise when the hero turns up, rage when the hero is in pain, self-pity when their hero is not there to defend, heroic admiration when the hero rises. We have seen it all in Bahubali, and it continues in RRR also. Looks like Rajamouli brought in the same crew and told them, just do your usual thing. And I guess that is something which is Rajamouli's signature, and I guess we will continue seeing it even in future. But to me, it gets too predictable and overwhelming. But Rajamouli, being the master of his craft, comes up with a product that gets the audience committed and keeps them engaged for the monstrous length of 2 hours and 48 minutes, and that too with a pan-Indian appeal. I always admire him for that. The entire crew who play the role of British are portrayed as selfish, evil, and idiots, except for one damsel who takes a liking for Beam. A general who hates to waste a single bullet to kill an Indian, goes to any length and spends infinite military force and arms to keep a small girl with his lady. Why? Had the British been such idiots, India would have gotten freedom much before 1947. The good aspects: cinematography, special effects, and editing. These aspects continue to be the highlights as always. The camera work by Senthil Kumar is absolutely brilliant. The color tone sets the mood for every shot perfectly, and the action sequences are shot beautifully. The special effects are decent. Though many of the effects clearly show us artificial, we have learned to accept it and I let it be. The director's penchant to force action scenes that rely entirely on CGI is well known, and there are many unnecessary scenes. For example, the rescue scene on the train bridge. At some point in time, Ram Charan suddenly changes to costume like Ram from Ramayana just to create a visual appeal. I don't see any reason for these scenes to be there in the movie at all. Editing movies like this is always a tough job. So, leave it to Sreekar, Prasad and worry no more. I still feel the movie could have been a lot shorter. These people behind the scenes are the unsung heroes, and I always find it unfair that only the lead faces and the director gets all the credit. The music, to my ears, is jarring, which I understand is the expectation. There is a compelling need to amplify the hero image of the protagonists, and the background score is the way to do it. So, Keeravani has no choice but to go by the playbook and play the rousing music every scene and occasional melody. Among the lead actors, Junior NTR is the most impressive, and he is the man who holds the movie together. Charan does enough justice to his part. There is also a cameo by Ajay Devagan, like Mufasa from Lion King. Shriya Saran shows up and dies. Alia Bhatt plays the lady love of Ram in a role that has no scope whatsoever. The rest of the crew are just there and they do their usual thing. All these shortcomings notwithstanding, the movie still has its mass appeal and is fun to watch with kids, provided you convince yourself that it is a fantasy adventure. Think of it as anything else and you will be disappointed. And that's it for now. Thanks for watching and until next time. Bye bye.